The day he proposed, I had an audition up in Wilmington, North Carolina for Dawson's Creek.
They went to the back and there was a bunch of old and young boys back there, all naked in the Wade house. So I find it funny that Gabrielle's sitting there talking about Boosie.
Should have been a clue that anyone that inspires that level of crazy probably shouldn't have gotten out of the dating phase.
3 years old, like I said, when me and my wife looked at each other, right? And the reason we looked at each other is because of this, you know, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first I said to myself, oh no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did. And then it kept going further and further. And then me and my wife had to look at each other and say, well, what if? And at that moment, everything that I was taught went out the window because now I'm a parent. And my sole job and my sole responsibility is to make sure that this kid grow up knowing that it's supported and is loved.
I just felt entitled to it as well.
Yes.
It was just dysfunctional from day one.
You know, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things.
Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade, the so-called power couple, got their business all out in the streets now, and it's messier than a salon on a Friday night. Scandals, secrets, and all kinds of tea are spilling. And Gabrielle ain't holding back. Gabrielle's been letting the world in on the cracks in her marriage, dropping bombs about wild parties, infidelity, and rumors about Dwyane's private life that'll leave you clutching your edges. Is this the final chapter for Gabrielle and Dwyane? And boy, what secrets is she spilling next? Grab your popcorn because it's about to get juicy.
Neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating.
There was some infidelity in the relationship, or there's something that transpired.
Way harder to have a conversation with my now wife.
Right.
Who wasn't at the time, but my now wife about it.
Gabrielle and Dwyane's love story didn't exactly start with fairy tales and roses. It was more like drama, rumors, and a whole lot of side eyes.
The first real time we met
was 2007, Super Bowl weekend.
No, before that.
That we didn't meet then.
We met.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not tell that story. You about to make something up.
You knew who I was.
Yeah,
right?
She was an actress.
Yeah. And you were
up and coming superstar in the NBA.
Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade first got together during a messy time. Dwyane was fresh off a rocky marriage, and rumors of infidelity were already following him like a bad weave job. Things really got heated when news broke about Dwyane fathering a child with another woman during one of their breaks. Talk about drama. Gabrielle herself admitted, "To say I was devastated is to pick a word on a low shelf for convenience." Wow, girl.
Should have been a clue that anyone that inspires that level of crazy probably shouldn't have gotten out of the dating phase.
But let's be real. This wasn't the only red flag flapping in the wind. Even back then, there were whispers about Dwyane's wild party lifestyle, complete with claims of over-the-top Hollywood gatherings and some folks saying he might be on the DL. And let's not forget his ex-wife's allegations of him spreading his love life a little too wide.
The day he proposed, I had an audition up in Wilmington, North Carolina for Dawson's Creek.
Despite all this, Gabrielle chose to stick it out. Maybe she thought love could conquer all. Or maybe she just didn't want the streets talking. But you gotta wonder, was she turning a blind eye to warning signs or trying to save a relationship that was shaky from the jump? Now y'all know ain't no way this tea was staying buried, cause Dwyane Wade's messy escapades been making headlines since day one. But the whole break baby drama wasn't the end of Dwyane's alleged extracurricular activities. The streets are saying he kept a fly-out roster for years, entertaining both women and men. One source spilled the tea saying, he's known for flying girls out and keeping his options open. And let's not even get started on the whispers of secretive parties and questionable company while society's chilly. Receipts just keep stacking. What's wild is how Gabrielle and Dwyane kept up their power couple facade through it all. Fans admired their seemingly unshakable bond, but behind closed doors, it was giving scandal central. People started side-eyeing their social media posts and public appearances, wondering if they were all just for show. So how did Gabrielle keep it together while dealing with all this mess? And what finally made her say, enough is enough? Stick around because, baby, this story is only heating up. Now let's get into the rumors that had everyone clutching their pearls. Because the tea about these Wade house parties? Baby, it's scorching hot.
They went to the back and there was a bunch of old and young boys back there all naked in the Wade house. So I find it funny that Gabrielle's sitting there talking about Boosie.
Word on the street is that Gabrielle and Dwyane's mansion wasn't just a home. It was the spot for some unconventional Hollywood gatherings. Singer Jaguar Wright didn't mince words when she dropped this bombshell. There were old men and young boys, all naked in the back of the house. Now, you didn't hear that from me, but Jaguar said what she said, and the streets are buzzing. What's more shocking? Some insiders claim Gabrielle wasn't just a bystander, but actively involved. Allegedly, she helped organize, or at the very least, turned a blind eye to the wild goings-on. Was she trying to keep up appearances, or was she just caught up in the chaos? Either way, it's a far cry from the polished, family-oriented image they show us on Instagram. For a couple who presents themselves as loving parents and the ultimate ride-or-die partners, these allegations paint a completely different picture. People are out here wondering, how do you go from PTA meetings to parties like that? So, were these gatherings just harmless fun, or a reflection of something much darker lurking beneath the surface? And how does Gabrielle feel about these allegations now that her marriage is under a microscope? We're about to find out. Now let's talk about the money. 'Cause honey, when Gabrielle spilled the tea about their 50-50 split, folks were side-eyeing all over the timeline. Gabrielle shocked fans when she revealed that she and Dwyane split their bills down the middle. This revelation hit hard, especially when folks pulled up the receipts. Gabrielle's net worth is around $40 million, while Dwyane's is over $170 million. The math just wasn't mathing for a lot of people.
She's like, I signed the prenup, because what he had before he met me is what he had before he met me. Now, what we accumulate together, that's what we got. But
that's what we rock with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what she has, like, and that's the thing. Now, I told her the same way. I signed a prenup too.
Right.
You a millionaire.
Yeah.
You got money. You work hard for your stuff.
Right.
You should have.
I think everybody should have a prenup.
Why not? You get insurance, don't you?
Right. Because people ask, when I didn't have anything, I said, I'm gonna sign a prenup. They're like, Sean, why you gonna sign a prenup? You ain't got nothing. I say, so if I leave, I want 100% of my nothing. I don't want 50% of my nothing.
Nothing. I don't want nothing.
I want all of that.
But what I don't want to do is, if she decided to move on from me, she got 200 and I got 10.
Exactly.
Because I've been spending all my money on all these dance recitals, all these games, all these trips, everything. And all this thing, like, oh man, take care of everything. I do.
Right.
I take care of my mama. I take care of my daddy. I take care of boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But hold up. It wasn't just about the money. Apparently, this whole setup started after a heated argument where Dwyane called it his house. Gabrielle didn't waste time clapping back, laying down the law. You will never say that to me again. From that moment, she pushed for financial equality, saying she wanted everything shared to avoid being put in that position again.
It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts there's always this like gorilla on your back that is like, you better work, bitch. You better work.
Fans were split on this. Some applauded Gabrielle for holding her own and protecting her independence. Others were quick to call out the imbalance, questioning why Dwyane, with his multi-million-dollar empire, wasn't stepping up more. So was this about fairness or control? And did their financial arrangement expose deeper power struggles in their marriage? Keep watching, because the drama doesn't stop here. Now let's get into the parenting drama. Because when it comes to Zaya Wade, folks got opinions and they ain't holding back. Dwyane and Gabrielle made headlines for their support of Zaya's gender transition, but not everyone was clapping for them. Dwyane's ex-wife, Siobhan Funches, accused the couple of pushing Zaya's transition for attention and financial gain. She even went to court trying to block the legal name and gender change, claiming she wasn't consulted. The court, though, they sided with Dwyane and Gabrielle.
3 years old, like I said, when me and my wife looked at each other, right? And the reason we looked at each other is because of this, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first I said to myself, oh no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did. And then it kept going further and further. And then me and my wife had to look at each other and say, well, what if? And at that moment, everything that I was taught went out the window because now I'm a parent. And my sole job and my sole responsibility is to make sure that this kid grow up knowing that it's supported and is loved.
The internet couldn't stay quiet either. Some fans called them progressive icons for standing by Zaya, while others accused them of centering themselves instead of their child. The debates online were hotter than a curling iron left plugged in overnight. So, are Dwyane and Gabrielle just loving parents navigating uncharted waters? Or is there more to their decisions than meets the eye? Let's keep digging, 'cause this tea is still brewing. All right, y'all, let's talk about Gabrielle's breaking point, 'cause sis might just be ready to chuck the deuces to Dwyane once and for all. The streets are buzzing with rumors that Gabrielle has been quietly consulting divorce lawyers. After years of holding it down through cheating scandals, public scrutiny, and wild allegations, it seems like Gabrielle might be ready to call it quits. Insiders say she's tired of leading a double life and covering for Dwyane's secrets. Gabrielle has never been shy about sharing her emotional struggles, once admitting, "To say I was devastated is to pick a word on a low shelf for convenience." Balancing a public image as a power couple while dealing with private heartbreak has taken its toll. And now, it looks like she's questioning if it's even worth it anymore. So what's next for Gabby? Will she drop more bombshells and expose everything she's been holding in? Or will they keep putting up a united front for the cameras? One thing's for sure, if Gabrielle decides to walk away, she's gonna do it on her terms. If you're ready to stay in the loop on all the latest celebrity scandals, messy relationships, and jaw-dropping revelations, hit that subscribe button right now. And don't forget to click the bell so you never miss a single drop of tea. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.